So, what more?
I think after a few years of listening to you and reading, I started getting concerned because I always have this, I look outward, be concerned about other people, and I thought, well, I love being on the leading edge, but what about all the people who aren't on the leading edge? And I've come to the conclusion that the leading edge is really
Perceptual.
exactly, and it's those people who are not listening to Abraham, and those people who didn't listen to Abraham, and then now they get it. There's no reason for regret about what was for them and what is for people who don't, because they're experiencing life in the fullest.
Think about everything you're saying is exactly right, but think about this. You're really going to like this. Do you agree that the variety that surrounds is what makes possible the launching of desires?
Yes.
So diversity, variety matters a lot.
Yes.
If everyone were right up to speed, what would happen to the diversity? If everyone wanted the same thing, if everyone was thinking the same way, what would happen to the diversity? It would be diminished.
Yes.
So everyone is living their leading edge.
Yes.
This isn't a race to a finish line. This is an eternal evolution with no ending in sight for the purpose of now joy. So what could be more important than someone coming into alignment with their desire? Here, you're really going to like this. Esther was a few years ago watching something on television that was very disturbing to her. And really disturbing. She sat for a while, couldn't even access us. She was so upset about it. And when she finally settled down and we began to have a conversation, she said, Abraham, if this situation that's in another part of the world that has nothing to do with me, I'm really removed from it, if it is this upsetting to me from a distance, what must it be like for those people who are right in the middle of it? And we said, you're suffering more than they are. Because the expanse between your view of life and what's happening there is a much greater vibrational distance than where they are. And that led to several conversations like this. Negative emotion is negative emotion. And you want to make hierarchies of, well, that's a really, really, really awful thing that happened. So therefore, the negative emotion that you would feel over that would be really, really, really greater than that. And we say, you just cannot categorize the degrees of wonderfulness or awfulness and assign an emotion that is standard, because negative emotion is negative emotion. When you see your child upset about something, and from your point of view, they've got no business being upset about that, because because you've got a broader view, that everything really is all right. But you can't measure the vibrational distance in any other person. You just can't know. Your guidance system is really uniquely yours, which is what makes the comments that you are making about the world that are maybe not up to speed with this understanding, but still the laws of the universe are applying to them. And there is the potential for as much joy in a religious church setting as there is in an environment like this, where we are crowing about being on the leading edge of thought. Because when their heart opens, no matter what they use as the way that their heart still opens to Source. And Source doesn't say, you're still in that old stale church. Your heart opening doesn't mean as much as if you were out on the leading edge in new thought. Source is the reason that their heart is open, is because Source is right there for everyone whenever their heart opens, whatever reason they use to stop the resistance right here and now. That's why it's interesting to watch you as you are debating things like, you say things like, well, it's a really underdeveloped country, but they are very happy there. And it's like you're saying, they have no business being happy because they don't have dishwashers and they don't have all of the luxuries of life that we all have, but they're very happy. And you almost say it like for some very strange reason, they are choosing to be happy anyway. And we say, happy is happy. Happy is happy. And there are all kinds of cultures. There are all kinds of mindsets. There are all kinds of beliefs. There are all kinds of things. Alignment is alignment is alignment is alignment is alignment. And alignment trumps everything.
Yes.
And what you do as the teacher that you are is that you teach by the clarity of your example. And what you're teaching is not technology. What you're teaching is not even farming. What you're teaching to the world, in other words, certainly there are skills and things that you can offer to people that will help things be better for them. But what you're teaching, what you have to offer is demonstration of your alignment. And here's the piece that we really want you to hear, and you're right on it. In fact, you're leading this entire conversation in all of this. As you are teaching alignment through the clarity of your example, you're not teaching the subject that you want them to adhere to in order to find their alignment. You're teaching what alignment is. You're teaching that variety has caused you to launch your personal, important, individual rocket of desire, and that your source has uniquely acknowledged this desire that you have launched, that your vortex of creation, that your vibrational reality is uniquely yours, unlike anyone else's. And so when you find a way to not do that thing that you do that keeps you out of sync with it, and you allow your heart to open, as you say, you allow yourself vibrational alignment, then you are joyful. And we promise you, nobody's running around, let's look at the contents of these vortices. Yes, well, this is a very well-developed vortex. Lots of technology in there. And, ooh, Gucci's in there. Gucci, Cartier, Tiffany, Nordstrom things are in there. Beachfront property. Let's look in this vortex. Oh, food. There's no judgment about the evolution of the vortex. There's just acknowledgement that if from where you stand, that's what you're asking for, because you can't reach beyond what you have launched. Oh, there it is. Boom, 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 boom. Did you hear that? We're not going to tell you again. Oh.
Please repeat.
When your life experience causes you to launch a rocket of desire, you have the capacity to vibrationally achieve alignment with that, and therefore full realization of it. So if your life has caused you to launch it, you can realize it. You like knowing that? So feel the complete absence of judgment from Source about what you should or should not be launching. Because the happiness factor is the only factor that Source is focused upon. Who? The alignment factor. The evolution is taking care of itself. There's no race to understand. There's no hierarchy of intelligence. It's that whatever your life is producing. So alignment is the name of the happiness game. And happiness is the name of this life game that we are all living in. Is that helpful to you? Doesn't it make you want to just appreciate everyone and where they are and root for them to achieve whatever it is that they're looking for? And doesn't it make you want to sort of pull back with your opinions about how people should be living and just mind your own business and live what's in your vortex and encourage everyone where they are and just appreciate where they are and not take score of the measurement of their progress? Oh yeah, they're doing a lot better now. They're doing a lot better now, which usually means they're living more like I think they should be living, you see, which throws you right out of the vortex.
I used to want to be a teacher. I was trained as a teacher, and I got to the point where I didn't want to teach anymore. I just wanted to love because it felt better to me, because teaching implied a hierarchy of I know something that I want to pass on to you.
This is the thing that was off for you about that. Because you are a teacher to the core of your being, and you will find endless opportunities to do that. But here was the little piece that was off for you about that. You wanted to teach to change conditions so that you could feel good. Then you've stumbled on, you found it very deliberately, what it feels like to be in alignment with that love. So when you find that alignment with that source energy, then your path opens and you were inspired to more teaching. You can't shut it down. Did you hear what we said? What made it uncomfortable was, I need to teach them so that their condition will be better, and then we will all feel better. And the backwards approach in that gets old really fast. You get so tired. It's like, please, I just can't explain this to one more person. I just don't want to try to cheer one more person up. Motivation is so draining, because motivation is trying to fix something, motivate somebody, try to get somebody to feel better about something. And when you discover that you can feel good anyway, then in that good feeling, you'll be inspired to the right place at the right time. Your timing will be remarkable. Your path will continue to unfold. And you'll find yourself offering more words and more examples and being involved in more things. You just can't ignore the way life is coming to you. You feel engaged and eager about it, not withdrawn at all. It's just about getting this alignment thing in the right order. Alignment first, then anything else you can think of. And oh boy, would you be thinking of plenty of other things from your place of alignment. Don't you know that about yourselves? When you wake up and you're on your way to something that you really want to do, don't you feel yourself all full of energy and eager to get into it, wanting to go get into it? But when you're getting up to go do something you don't want to do, you can hardly drag your body around the house. And it's because you're not hooked in with the energy. You want to hook up and then do something. If you've been listening to us for a while, we said, get into the vortex, and then we said, go with the flow of the stream. Now we're saying, create the vibrational environment around you, and then follow the inspiration that comes. Yeah. Really good conversation.